Good morning, students. In today's class, we will learn chapter number 11 Forms of Water. So, let us discuss this chapter. Mother is boiling some water in a vessel. She goes inside for some work and forgets about the water. Back after some time, when she returned, she found that water level has decreased considerably. Do you know, children, why the water level decreased? Water exists in three forms in nature, and these three forms are ice, water, and water vapor. Here, water is the liquid state of water, ice is the solid state of water, whereas water vapor is the gaseous state of water. Children, water changes its form either in heating or cooling. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. And this changing of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Children, water vapor on cooling changes into water, and this changing of water vapor into water is called condensation. Let us do an activity to understand it in a better way. Children, take few ice cubes on a plate and keep it on a table. After half an hour, observe. Ice cubes have melted and turned into water, that is liquid. This change from solid state to liquid state is called melting. Children, with the help of an adult, pour the water in a small saucepan and heat it after a few minutes. Water will start boiling and you shall find steam rising up. This is water vapor, which is in a gaseous state. So, children, the process of converting water from liquid state to the gaseous state is called evaporation. Now, remove the saucepan from the fire and cover it with a lid. After a few minutes, lift the lid carefully. Look the underside of the lid. What do you find? Children, you will find droplets of water. The water vapor comes in contact with the cool surface of the lid and condenses into water. This is called condensation. Now cool the water in a saucepan for some time. Then pour it in a ice tray. Children, keep it inside the freezer for a refrigerator. Remove the ice tray from the freezer after 3 hours. You will find that the water has frozen into ice. Children, this is in solid state. This process is called freezing. So, what did you observe? Children, ice melts on heating and turns into water. Water, when heated, forms water vapor, and water vapor condenses on cooling to turn back into water. When this water freezes on further cooling, it turns into ice. Thus, we now know that water changes its form due to change in temperature. Water cycle. Children, now let us discuss water cycle. Children, have you ever wondered where water comes from and where it goes? So let us discuss water cycle to understand this. The process in which water keeps changing its form is called water cycle. Children, the sun heats up the water in seas, rivers, lakes, and ponds, which changes into water vapor. And this water vapor rises up into the air, where it cools and changes into tiny droplets of water. These water droplets join together to form clouds. When these clouds become heavy with water drops, they fall on the earth as rain. And the rainwater fills up ponds, lakes, rivers, and seas again. And the cycle continues. So, children, the cycle in which water rises up from the water bodies as water vapor, forms clouds, and there falls as rain is known as water cycle. Children, so the summary of the chapter is water changes from one form to another when it is heated or cooled. Water exists in three different forms, that is ice, water vapor, and water. When water is heated, it rises up into the air as water vapor. When this water vapor is cooled, it forms tiny drops of water which join together to form clouds. When the clouds become heavy, they fall on the earth as rain. The cycle in which water rises up from the water bodies as water vapor, forms clouds, and then falls as rain is called water cycle.